Hi, my name is Will Nunziata, and I'm a New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and I'm also a proud FENIX Global Artist Ambassador. Today, I am thrilled to be speaking with an actress, a comedian, a writer, and producer, Stella Lazarus. For more on Sarah, you can read more about her right below this video, but in the meantime, here's a sneak peek at Sarah's incredible talent.
By herself. She slept with the Allstate insurance guy.
I heard she burned down the house for the insurance money. You know what they say, if you can't cook in the kitchen, don't set your house on fire.
Natasha, what are you going to do with your life?
I'm going to be real American housewife of Bravo!
I, Natasha Ivanevska Solyanka Split Vodka, will move to New York City, retrieve Mr. Andy Cohen, and he will make me big reality TV star.
It says here that Real Housewife Countess Luann has planted herself in the region of Upper East. We must go there to find cozy protection from our harsh surroundings.
Step 1. Find a man with sufficient level of testosterone who will be seduced by my feminine wiles. Step 2. Seduce him with my feminine wiles. Step 3. Slowly move my possessions into his chosen dwelling. Step 4. Purchase bubble masks so that my face will be filled with moisture. Step 5. Live. Laugh. Love.
I have a thing to say. Turn the music off!
Oh, you know, this is like a Soviet Union Borscht Festival.
It's true what they say. America is not always kind to immigrants.
Well, hello, Sarah. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm so good, and I'm so happy to finally meet you. The audience just got a little sneak peek of your situational comedy, A Sip with Vodka, a little trailer.
They sure did.
How did that idea come about for you?
It's a great question. I think about that all the time. I'm always trying to figure out how my brain works.
By the way, before you even go into that, I am just loving your Barbie fantasy house behind you.
You know, I live the fantasy every day, and I try to, bring it to life. And I have the wealth from my dead husband that I've built this Sims house with, and that's how I have this beautiful luxury mansion. I'm just kidding.
No, and I love that the car and that everything's just so still. The weather must be beautiful where you're at.
I like standing in front on the lawn too. That's where I get the best reception.
Back to now your amazing sitcom pilot, how it all came about.
Okay, so I used to record videos in high school, being just the weird clown that I am. You'd take these little videos on your phone and do different characters, and I would post them on Instagram, get a like and feel like I was famous. But and there was one character. I've always loved the Housewives. I've been watching The Real Housewives since it's on. So I was a child when it first came on. Orange County was the first season, and I've always just loved them. They're just these old rich women who just are fighting and partying, which is just, I love it. It's camp. And also this comes from my Jewish Russian ancestry and how I grew up, and my parents and grandparents telling me the stories of the old country and their parents. And I have pictures on the wall of my house of it. They look like they're in a shtetl. It really looks like Fiddler on the Roof times the pictures that we have on the wall, and they're my family. I'm people are what era did your family come into this country? I'm Fiddler on the Roof. That's all you
I can't. Your family is Fiddler.
It is. I decided to make it into a little web series, and then of course this always happens with a project. It gets bigger and bigger, and the director, he had the idea of like I had a Real Housewives spoof, and he was like, let's put some drag queens in it. And I was like, we're gonna get the best drag queens. And so I reached out like just through Instagram
I love it.
to
And you got some big ones.
yeah. Yeah, I had Thorgy Thor, Fifi O'Hara, New York's only Paige Turner.
I love that you're a creator, Sarah. I mean, you create your own opportunities, and not only with this sitcom that's out there, but people can look you up on YouTube. And I'm going to play a few little clips, while we talk of some of the characters impersonations that you do. But it's more than an impersonation, because you have such an amazing ability to like capture the essence of, but it's still you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. I love making fun of like really bad people. Like I really love making bad people look so stupid and like creating like this weird absurd world that they live in. And that's kind of my inspiration. I'm not really doing like impressions when
You're
I
not.
do celebrities.
You're almost like playing homage. Which one is it? And by the way,
Either
my
one.
dogs right now are so excited to meet you. I think they want to join the interview. Do you mind if I bring them in?
They should bring them in. Bring in the
please.
guest stars. Oh, so just
Okay.
adorable, luscious, the stars of the show.
We did a little background change just because I wanted to see what the view was like across the street from her Malibu Barbie mansion, and it obviously is a beach.
It's, you know what, I'm in the Malibu Barbie stage. I was at Malibu Barbie's mansion before. I'm hanging out. I have a pina colada coming. It's great.
So obviously, you are an amazing actress. You are an amazing comedian, a writer, a producer, as we saw a little sneak peek of your situational comedy. And like I said before, we're going to be playing some of your amazing characters that I don't say that you do, but again, you celebrate the essence of, and for these bad people that you impersonate, you're actually like, you almost make them rootable because and relatable. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I guess it's like, I just like to see like what would these characters be in a relatable situation that's also absurd.
When people are like,
it's just kind of like
I don't believe you're
how
Spanish.
I envision
It's
them
like,
in my
really?
world.
Well, here's me
like
texting my brother.
how they would exist in the like absurdist universe in my brain.
But I love the idea that through your creation, Sarah, we actually get to eavesdrop in on your brain and how you view the world and your POV. And and I think of this new social media platform like FENIX, where you're going to be able to not only obviously connect with artists across the country and around the world, but also potentially a lot of new fans. And I feel like your comedic brain is transcendent of language. I feel like funny is funny. And so you have a very unapologetic view of the world, this kind of like absurd commentary, but it's it's very singularly you. When did you realize you had a flair for the comedy?
Okay, so like in elementary school, I use the word weird a lot. I like the word weird. I don't think it's a bad word. In fact, you could check out my podcast, Wish You Were Weird. I'm just, plugging that one.
No, by the way, Wish You Were Weird with the U, the letter U.
Letter U, yes. But I love the word weird because it just, I don't know, I think it just means it's like different and fun, which I love that word. I don't think it's a bad word. But yeah, I was just like a weird, shy kid, and I always loved theater and movies, and I always wanted to like join theater. And I went to the school in 5th grade and I joined a drama club. And then I went to a drama camp, and I was so upset because I was cast. I always talk about this. I was cast as the evil stepfather in this backwards version of Cinderella. And of course I was like, at the time I was young, I was like, I'm cast as a boy. I'm so ugly. And I was just so upset. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a professional actor, me at age 11 in theater camp. I'm going to, get myself together, and I'm gonna just dive deep into this role, And so I did it like as an Italian step grandfather with like, he was aggressive and like ridiculous and had a cane. And, you know, I was like, you know, the character actor, and I figured that out during that role. I was just like, was getting laughs, and I didn't realize that was funny until that moment. And then I just sort of, it was a domino effect after that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I mean, I love your commitment to everything you do, and people can check you out. Obviously, more below this video, there is a beautiful bio and where you can check out Sarah even more. And, you know, Sarah, I feel like I could talk to you far longer than we had today, but I'm just loving you at the beach. I can't wait for the next time we get to talk. And also, I can't wait to meet you. I've heard, of course, so many amazing things about you, but of course, I got to know you through all of the amazing clips and videos that are out there of you, and your amazing podcast, the comedy pop culture podcast, Wish You Were Weird, amongst a lot of the things you are creating and just putting yourself out there. And I thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Yes, I got on the podcast, I got queens from RuPaul's Drag Race, Carol Baskin. You can listen to them all there. Wish You Were Weird. And also my YouTube channel is Sarah R. Lazarus Comedy.
I love it. Well, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
In the digital age, artists and bands struggle to make a living. In fact, only a small number of artists can live off their craft. For the 98% of artists that don't have the luxury of being signed to a label, it's tough. But artists deserve to live off their art. Wherever you are around the world, appreciation of music does not change. FENIX brings bands and their fans together, whilst allowing bands to properly monetize their passion. The FENIX app will directly connect bands and fans with no need for middlemen. We're utilizing the blockchain to give the power back to the artist once and for all. Join FENIX, join the change.